Hi, welcome. This is Gail, and today I thought I would kind of catch you up with where I'm at. First of all, I'm going to say pardon my sinuses, really bad sinus issues the last week or so. Been waiting for it to clear up to do some filming, and yeah, it doesn't seem to be happening. So let me just sort of catch up with where I am. So over a week ago, I had a crafting weekend with my friend Lori from Grammy's Keepsakes, and we were joined by Julie from, I want to say, Creative Cuts, and I will put her link below as well. Julie is a wonderful, wonderful artist, and she makes some really cool stuff. So I will be showing you some of that in another video. But for right now, let me just show you what we did and where I'm at with my Woodlands Journal. So first of all, this is some wallpaper that Lori had, and she had big piles of it for us to go through because she had lots of sample books and she was trying to purge. And so this is a piece that I found that I think will go really well in my Woodlands Journal. Then here is yet another piece. Some lovely resources. You know, if you can get a hold of sample wallpaper books, there are some really cool resources in there. And I even thought, you know, just a page in the book itself. How cool is that? And then these I thought for backgrounds or envelopes or whatever. They could even go in a fall journal. So I just thought that I would share these with you because maybe you've forgotten about wallpaper and how much you can take and use what you find. Okay, and then this one, oh, would this be pretty in a botanical one? In a botanical journal. And then of course, you know, you can cut the stuff up as well. So let me move these off and away and show you some other goodies. Now underneath this I have another piece of wallpaper which I thought works really well, and I might just leave this here. Now a couple of things that I have that I received. This Lori gave me because she knew I was working on a Woodland Journal, and isn't that a cool postcard? There's the moose in there, and you can see it's a postcard. So, and then this is something that I got from Julie, and how cool is this? You just flip it up, and you have a neat little writing pad there, and I know Yvonne Preston makes something similar to that because I have made some, but with the addition of the little pine cones, perfect for the Woodlands Journal. And then also, Julie gave me these, isn't that a cute little tag? And then she has put some trims on, and this one in particular, I thought not only does it work for Christmas, maybe even autumn, but in the Woodlands Journal as well. So those are some more goodies that will help me out with my journal. And next, I have something that I actually got in the mail from my niece. It was her wedding announcement. And isn't this gorgeous? So I cut a little bit off. I think I'll use that somehow or another. Love the border around this. So I'm going to use that somehow or another. And of course, yeah, the vellum. And there was another piece that was on a card. And I thought, well, let's try cutting around it and see what we get. And isn't that gorgeous, that gold foiling? So not really sure exactly what I'll do, but I'm feeling that that may probably go in a fall journal somewhere. Okay, so onward and upward, more goodies. So, I just thought I'd show you these because they're cute. This is something that Lori used to do, craft shows, which of course we all know this year nobody is having. And I just thought these were cute. She gave us these with little candies in them, and isn't that adorable? So cute. Oops, the cute little hats on them. Just precious. And then, of course, these two containers at one time had some candy in them. And I kind of pulled that one away. And so, yeah, because it was glued in. And, well, yeah, I ate it. What can I say? Well, there's another Jingle Bell in here, but he doesn't want to. There we go. So, and then she put those on, and those were really cute with candy in them, but I got hungry. What can I say? All right, so we'll move those off. Little show and tell today, huh? Okay, so next thing, I did this a while back, and I don't think I ever showed it. One morning, another time when I was at Lori's, I couldn't sleep, so I had seen someone make these strips for, they're sort of belly bandish or clusters or whatever you want to call them. But anyhow, the idea is you leave some space, then you can cut them off and use them however you want. And the lady that was doing them, which I will try to remember and find a link to her channel. But anyhow, so I thought, I'm up, I'm bored, what can I do? So I started making these, and it's sort of a snippet roll. It's all out of paper, and I'll just sort of move it along so you can see what I did. Literally just little bits and bobs, and now I have it so I can snip it. Now this, of course, I did some stamping on some scrap paper. This is obviously a book page, an old book page, and I do save the big pieces of those in the edges so that I can stamp on them. And then I have some vintage paper as well. These are just, like I said, little bits and bobs. And then here's the last one. So that's a little snippet roll. Something you can do like me when you can't sleep and that kind of thing. Now, I did show you snippet roll that I had done before, but I don't think I had this finished. So, oops, upside down. Okay, so I will show you. This is moving from right to left, and this is again from my Woodlands Journal. So just lots of odds and ends, and these are little wooden pieces, some burlap, some cheesecloth, some silk leaves, just all kinds of goodies in here. I did add some words, some little tiny fabric pieces, that adorable fox, one of my honesty plants with soul on it, printed on it, stamped on it. Okay, so I did finish this, which I don't think I had when I last showed it to you. So there's that. Okay, so working on. Then this week I watched a hop. This is a Time for Art hop put on by Mary the Atelier, and anyhow, I'll put her link below, and in her community tab she will link she will put all the links for the people that are going to hop. They do it once a week on a Friday, or once a month rather, on a Friday. And it's a lot of fun. Got lots of ideas that I still haven't tried all of them. But this idea from Kathy Berg I did try. Actually, I tried making 3 or 4 of them while I was watching her, and this is the one that stuck. And the interesting thing is that this is from one sheet of paper, by the way, and this sheet of paper happens to be a piece of paper that I made from one of Kathy's streams. She and Scrap Chick Colleen had taken papers, and then I believe this is the paper where we scrunch it up and then maybe dampen it a little bit, and then take our vintage photo, distress ink, or whatever colors we want over top of it, and maybe some leaf prints. I'm not really sure. This might be the piece where we also send it through the embossing machine with leaves inside, and the leaves didn't quite impress very much, but they're very lightly there. But anyhow, so it's paper from watching one of their streams, and then you put this together into a little booklet, and Kathy Berg shows you how. I'll put her link as well. And then these are some various leaves that I've either made or cut out and printed, and this one, of course, has glossy accents on it. So this little book is all about leaves. And these are some, this is from paper that I had alcohol inked and tried to tie-dye, and then put through my embossing machine in a leaf print. I love this paper because you can see all the different colors behind it. These, I think, were just from a printout, a printable. I don't remember. I think Nikki Adigan, actually. These were from doing leaf rubbings, and that again was from Colleen and Kathy's stream, where I got the idea. These actually are leaves that I used when I was jelly printing, so they're actual leaves that have picked up the colors of the paint that I used. And these are some more of those jelly printed leaves. Here again is one of the rubbing leaves. These are Nikki Adigan leaves. This is one from my alcohol inks. And then this one, on the alcohol ink paper, I stamped it with these gorgeous stamps that I got. But it makes huge leaves and ferns. And this, I think, was the smallest leaf, because it's actually more of a stamp set for wall decorating. And then back here, yet another embossed, or glossy accented leaf. And this is just some washi for the binding. So that was a lot of fun, and I came out with this cute little finished product. So, onward and upward. Now, let me show you something that we did at Lori's, something I had shared with her that I had seen, and she wasn't real sure about it at first, but I started making them, and then she's like, oh, make me a couple, and so it was a lot of fun, okay? Now, this is laminated, okay? This idea came from Carol Parker at Oak House Journals, and again, I will make sure I put the link below for her. And you start with a piece of lace, and this is the lace. Obviously, I just used a thin layer. This is a couple of layers, but this is actually an old curtain that Lori got somewhere, and cut a piece to fill up the pouch for the laminator. And then there's a learning curve to doing this. It's easy, but there are things that I've already learned about doing this that if I do it again, I know better and I will save more of the lamination pouch, okay? So, at any rate, so you put the lace down and then you just cut up little snippets and bits and bobs of things that you want to use to colorize it. Now mine is for a Woodland Journal, so I didn't choose to go blingy and gold and whatever. The ones that I cut up pieces for Lori to make hers were for her little golden books, and so those were more Christmassy and had more gold and splashier Christmas colors. So this I just chose some greens and browns with a little hint of red because those could be berries and trees at Christmas, right? Or in the woods. So anyhow, you can see there's a lot of eyelash trim cut up in here. There's also some cedar, little bits and pieces of cedar. And so, yeah, really cool. Laminated this all the way. And then put an eyelet in and put a little bit of the Nesso trim. There's some Nesso in here as well. Didn't know that's what this trim was called until Carol from Oak House mentioned it. Now, there's more you could do with these for sure. You could put pockets on the back. This is the back, by the way. They're just gorgeous. So, just so you know, another little tidbit of fun for your journals. And if you like, I can show you how to do it. The laminator I had brought to Lori's was one I had gotten at a rummage sale, but didn't work. So my daughter, for my birthday, the end of this week, decided she would buy me one, and it's already arrived, so I'm anxious to play with it. And she got me some more pouches as well. So fun, fun, fun. I also did some napkins that came out looking like vellum, but I'm not being able to put my fingers on them right now. And if you saw my craft room, you would know why. But at any rate, when I find them, I will show you those too. So, onward and upward, more goodies to show. Okay, so some more things that I've been working on. Now, I will show you this, but you need to know that I have some beautiful Stamperia paper that I plan on using, and some more things which I have not uncovered that bin that has all my Stamperia Woodland Journal stuff, but this is a start of what I'm doing. So I'll show you how I start. First, I decided on which of the papers. This is a Dot Inspiration. I think she has 2 or 3 Woodlands kits, and of course, I bought them all, and also all of the embellishments. And so this is the start. So first I chose the pages that I wanted to be at the beginning so far. Now, remember, I have Stamperia paper, and that is awesome. So this may change. This may become an inner page and not my cover or dashboard or whatever page you want to call these. So, keeping that in mind, this is just, I have decided three signatures. Now, I ran the paper through with a background, and I chose some different backgrounds, and these are not necessarily, the backgrounds are not necessarily from Dot Inspirations. Some are from Artie Mays, some are from, I think, Tracy Fox, so they're all over the place in terms of the background. This neat grungy paper was from Lori. She had done a batch of it, and it's really grungy, and she's like, oh, it's really grungy, I don't know, and I'm like, oh, perfect for a Woodland Journal. So, I have taken time to do just very light stamping, and then the stencil that I found, which is awesome. And then again over here, some more stamping. Oh, and a cute little mushroom that I found. Some handmade paper, and I did stamp just very, very vaguely on this as well. Here again is another one of the Dot Inspiration pages. Here again, some of my tea-dyed paper with cute stamp and some light stamping. Here is one of my leaves out of the alcohol ink paper. Some music paper, which already had a bunch of writing on it, which I love. Did a little bit of stamping and a little stenciling again. Some little stamping here. Now this paper is just yummy. This is actually some of that sort of pinkish brown painter's paper that's a little bit heavy. And what I did was I crinkled it up, then I wet it, then I unwound it, and then I took my stamp pad and I went all over it. And I purposefully ripped the edges. I want it to look rustic. Now, doesn't mean that this page will stay at this point in the signature. It's hard to tell. That may end up being on the outside of the signature. I'm not sure yet, but for right now, I have it right here. And I have some ideas of things I want to do with these that are pretty rustic, so we'll see. And here's the other side. Here's some more of that paper. Oh, isn't that just adorable? And yes, the paper does have a neat design in it, so Lori did use some lace or a stencil when she made these grungy papers. So they were oversized, so this will be a great tuck for something. And here's this page, really lightly printed on the back, which I love. And then here again, we have more cute little moose or elks. They kind of look like dogs there, but hey, they're not. And again, the stencil, some more stamping on that grungy paper, yum yum. And okay, so you get the idea. So I won't belabor it. Love this handmade paper. Okay, so this is where I'm at. Now I have 3 signatures and they're all pretty much the same. So this is where I'm at with the journal. And again, like I said, I have a bunch more stuff and pages and things to go in there. And, you know, you take something like this and you notice I don't have pockets here, but remember I made all that ephemera with Dee Dee Faraga's challenge, so I have lots of things to go inside. So there is that I've been working on. So I have been doing things, and again I apologize, my nose is so plugged up. Oh my goodness. Okay, so then let me show you. I also have these tags, and I have 2 more somewhere, that I've been working on for Dee Dee's challenge, and I need to finish them up. They need pockets down here, or on the back. I can't remember with this one, but anyhow, isn't this adorable fabric? I did find this, and oh, so sweet, and reminds me so much of our house in Vassar, our little farm. Just love it. So those will go in there at some point too. These papers are from Tailor-Made Journals. I believe it's called Into the Woods. And so I thought these kind of worked well. That's an envelope. Kind of shrunk them down a little bit to have smaller pieces and some more little envelopes. So those will go in here as well. So haven't quite decided, you know, exactly, but they'll go in there as well. Then, while I was at it, I made some more things, and don't laugh, but I had a little bit of a struggle with doing the puzzle pieces for Dee Dee's challenge. And these came from Miss Lori. She gave me a little container of puzzle pieces, and I was like, well, hey, that's perfect, because I have to make some puzzle paper clips for Dee Dee's challenge. Well, let me tell you, these tiny little paper clips were the devil, and they were so hard, and I realized it's because they are so tiny. So never use really small puzzle pieces to make paper clips. Number one, the paper clip barely fit behind it. And number two, there's like nothing there. I mean, how could I decorate those other than what I've done with a little gold on it? And the papers, I think this is a Tracy Fox paper, printed on rice paper. And so, yeah, but this tiny is really difficult, hard to get in the little cracks and crevices and do what you need to do. But cute, yeah, cute. But the devil, let me tell you, they took a long time because they needed a lot of sanding. And yeah, and then there's not really much to them. But I think they'll look cute in the journal, so yeah, there's that. Okay, and then I made some more little clusters. Isn't she cute? Wild at heart. And again, she's just a cluster. And this one. And this one. And by the way, those of you who watched previously, these were glossy accented, and I had a whole bunch of them made and put them in my ephemera folder, and yeah, they all stuck together. I did get out my heat gun, and I was able to separate them without a lot of damage. So use cornstarch on top if you don't want them to stick together. And then I got busy, and I had shown you already how I had made some little slide tags, specimen folder type tags to put in my grandma's leaves that I found from 1937. Well, this is another one, and you can see time hasn't been kind to it. These are actually from TaylorMade journals. They were perfect for this, and this is a tag back behind here. So this one, I put it on the tag and then put the acetate over top. And this one, it is a piece of note paper behind, and the leaf is enclosed in acetate. And I just realized I need to put Bess's Leaves 1937 on this one, so I'm going to leave that up above. Okay, so some more. This was just another little tag I made, just playing around with things that were on top of my desk, and this is one of those pieces that I had to separate that had been glossy accented. And so, yeah. And again, nothing on the back. You can use it to write. Then I watched, I think this is from Dee Dee again, and these are some more tags that I made. I have not yet, this is a pocket, and I have not yet made anything to go inside there, but I will. And these started with, you know, book pages, and this is that artist paper. So actually this is packaging. This is packaging covered with that green painter's paper, not artist paper, and then book pages and just odds and ends. And I found these in my stash, and I thought, oh, those are cute. Let's use those. Again, pocket here. These butterflies are 3D. There. And here's another one. This is like a little burlap trim that was gifted to me by Lori. Cute little bee. I just thought those were cute. Then, Lori gave me 2 paint chips, and Julie had made these adorable, hers were far cuter than this, but she had made these adorable little tags with pockets out of the paint chips. And so I just happened to receive this, also a paper set from my friend, my very good friend Tony. She mailed out some scrapbooking stuff that she doesn't or hasn't. She never really got into it. Someone had gifted her, so she gifted me, and these come from that. And so, yes, that's a pocket. And I just put some of the painter paper, the green painter paper on the back. Sometimes you have to climb a mountain to see the beautiful view. And Tony lives in Idaho right now with beautiful, gorgeous mountains and beautiful views. So, those are some more things that I have made. So, I have been busy for sure, but it's just been not something specific. I haven't got a journal done, but I have other little goodies. So, now, let me show you a couple of other things. I received a happy mail, and this comes from Nicole, and Nicole does an awesome channel called Relax.Cut.Glue. Nicole Relax.Cut.Glue, and we did an exchange through Janet Nash's channel. She streams once a week on Mondays, and we just sort of, it's a one-on-one type of swap. And so I made a cover. I don't think that I did make a picture of it or a video, but oh well. And I sent it to Nicole. And then she sent one back. I just got it in the mail today. And look at this gorgeous cover. Oh, so pretty. Looks like some embossing there with those dragonflies, all the piecing of these papers, some of which she said are vintage, just gorgeous. And then here's the back. Looks like some napkins on top too, just gorgeous, so stunning. And then here's the inside. So it had to be 5x7 pretty much, and just a cover. And then people can make it into whatever they want in terms of the journal. And then we were to send a cluster. And so, oops, here we go. There we go. I'm a little slow sometimes with these packages. And this was the gorgeous cluster that she sent. You can see all the layers to it. So, oh my goodness, thank you so much, Nicole. This is just stunning. I love it. Just stunning. So, there is that. Now, I have one more piece of Happy Meal to share. And this comes from Janet Nash. Now, Janet saw that I was making a Woodland Journal, and she said, I have a piece of paper that I think you're going to like. And so, or a piece of fabric, rather. And so, she sent me this adorable fabric, and now I will get busy and use that in some of my Woodland's Journal. So, that is adorable. And then she sent me all these other little bits and bobs and pieces. Isn't that pretty? This is some of her painty paper. And a little stamping blossom. How cool. You know, just little odds and ends that she thought that I could use in my journal, which is so precious. I so appreciate that. Look at that. Polska. Wonder if that is Polish. I have no idea. And then, of course, her cute little note, but that also has some really cool stuff on it. Some papers, some old book pages with some woodland theme. And oh my goodness, look at this. Really cool. So that's definitely going in there. And then look at this stamping on this. It's such a cool idea. So I can't wait to use that. That looks like from old computer paper. And isn't this cool? Tissue. So I think maybe she stamped on it, really lovely. This came off of the back of the upcoming napkin, but look at that wonderful shadow print. So that will be useful too. And then we have this cool napkin with the mushrooms. So wow, all these wonderful goodies from Janet. And thank you so much, Janet. She is just a master. I mean, there is no thickness to that. And look at all the goodies that she sent. So I need to take a lesson from her and get my Happy Mails like that. Everything is a chunky monkey that I send, so I don't know, but wonderful. So thank you so much, Janet. Thank you, Nicole, and thank you, my wonderful subbies and supporters, and I have not forgotten, and I will be back to make this. I just have not been sounding so great. I was afraid I'd be sneezing and honking the whole time that I shared it with you. So I will be back. My next video will be showing how to make that double specimen folder that I've been promising. So again, I apologize and thank you so much, and take care of yourselves. Please be safe. I can tell you from my own experience, this Sunday night, my son became ill, felt like he was having a heart attack, and even though he's only 36, you have to take that seriously. And the symptoms that he described were heart attack, stroke type symptoms, which I'm familiar with because of my husband's illness. And so I rushed him to the ER, and it was heart-wrenching to leave him at the ER. They were not allowing you, he could not have anyone go in with him. You know, you're thinking he's having a heart attack, I can't be with him. You know, you don't know what's going on. It was very heart-wrenching. As it turned out, he was not having a heart attack. He's home, he's fine. But I just want to say to you, it's very real. It's very hard. So please, please take care of yourselves. I know some of you are probably suffering from losses because of what's going on. And please, please take care of yourselves. Be safe. Wear your mask, social distance, and do whatever it is that your country or state recommends. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.